This is the first official day with the Insta360 Go Ultra. This is not, according to Insta360, this is not a replacement to the Go 3S, but we will be the judge of that at the end of this. This video is not sponsored by Insta360. They do not get to see the video before I post it. Yes, they did send me the camera for free. I don't even have to make a video. However, obviously, I'm going to make a video. So let's get on with that. There is a couple of things that I really liked about the old form factor, and when I saw that this new form factor was going to be square, I was a little bit skeptical until I actually got it in hand. I thought about it more, and I saw the image off of this thing, because like we're going to get into all of that in this video. I want to put it through its paces with real life footage, real life vlog, because especially on launch day like today, you're going to see a whole bunch of videos doing unboxings, breaking down the specs and stuff like that. I'm not really great at doing that, and there's other people that are going to do that fantastically. They're going to give you all the B-roll that you want, and here you're just going to see how does this camera actually perform in the field on in everyday situations. So I'm going to do my best to intertwine some thoughts and ideas, a little bit of B-roll while I do that, but this is the Go Ultra. It's the first time that's ever happened. First time somebody else has ever come to the stairway. Crazy. The Go series has been, like honestly for me, it was my gateway drug into Insta360. It was the first Insta360 camera I ever bought was the Go 2. And I've bought actually every single one of them since then, kind of in hopes that it would become an all-in-one, like a good daily vlog camera. But I always fell back on the fact that it was still always the best POV camera. But the Ultra is interesting, and I think it changes a lot of that narrative for the better. With the image quality coming out of the Insta360 Go Ultra. Like, as you've seen, everything in this video up until this point has been shot on this camera, and I'm going to try and go back out and show you more, but I want to be able to show you the camera a little bit in this video as well, so you can actually see that I really do have one. I think what they've done here is they've basically looked at their entire catalog. They've looked at the Ace Pro 2, they've looked at obviously the Go series itself, the X5, and they've thought, just how can we make something that is very different, yet combines all of our greatest strengths into one camera? And I think this one might be it. I might be a little bit in the honeymoon phase, but I think the footage coming out of this thing actually looks better than the X5, even though the image sensor in here is the same as the X5. So they've taken the X5 sensor, put it into this small camera. It looks like they've taken a lot of cues from the Ace Pro 2 as well. It's about the same size as the Ace Pro 2. It's a little bit shorter, but it includes this little grip here, which is kind of like a mini Explorer grip. So here's the Ace Pro 2 with the Explorer grip. And I love shooting like this because it gives you that regular, or that classic camera feel, and you get this here. So what I've been doing is I'll flip the screen up a little bit, and then I'll put my thumb back here, And then you've got a nice little grip here, shutter button, and the photos coming out of this thing are just like the Ace Pro 2. Like you've got the 50 megapixels raw files, as well as you can do the 2x lossless zoom, and in 4K, you can shoot 4K and zoom in 2x and still retain a 4K image because it's doing that kind of like clarity zoom thing, which I just think is so cool and so versatile for a system like this. So I think all of the bigger size of this thing is more justified than the Insta360 Go 3S. But I'll go back outside to talk about the... I liked this design, and I think that there's still a place for this design, and I think they've kind of marketed this as a companion device or a different version of the Go, so to speak. Like they're not saying that the Ultra is replacing this. And this right here is pretty cool. Like if you have the hat clip, it just clips right underneath. It's very low profile. If you have the little magnet, it's just right there on your shirt. And a lot of times I ended up just using this instead of this. Like I would just go out with this, use it for my POVs, and that would be it. Because I found that this whole system was a little bit bulky when you put it together. Like you've got the modules kind of sticking out a bit like that. The screen is kind of small, but it's very thick. The whole thing just kind of felt like, okay, if I'm going to use this as an action camera, then I may as well just use an action camera because it's going to be a lot better than this. So that was always a disappointing part for me with the Go series. Now with this, and it being a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful, a little better image quality overall, I feel like it's now in the action camera zone. The other thing is that when you look at this, if you were to stack them together, the original Go 3 and the Go 3S are a little bit longer than the Ultra. So to demonstrate, and I'm sure that the engineers at Insta360 kind of did similar tests to see if will the bigger size actually affect anything in real use case. So here's the Go 3. If I drop it into the cup, you can see it's sitting at the bottom of the cup just like that. If I take the bigger Ultra right here and drop it in there, you can see it's still in there at the bottom of it. 99% of places that this can fit, this can still fit, but with so much extra I/O. And speaking of I/O, a long requested feature of us Go users was the ability to put our own SD cards into the module. So that's pretty awesome. It does come with a caveat though. There is no internal storage anymore at all in the device. You have to use a memory card. I do think in 2025 we should be getting onboard storage now. Like the competition does it. DJI, the Action 5, one of my favorite features of this camera, you had 48 gigs of internal storage. Same thing with the DJI Action 2, one of my favorite cameras of all time. Just like, I love this design. It has the built-in storage as well as the ability to add an SD card to the module itself. So obviously it's not a deal breaker in any way, but it would have been cool if they could have included both. But given the choice, obviously we're going to choose the SD card. The other thing that I love about the Ultra is that they've made the field of view wider again. So when they switched from the Go 3 to the Go 3S, the field of view was a lot narrower, which I really did not like because it felt like I had to be too far away, especially if you're using the internal mic. Like right now, I'm about a foot away from the camera. You're still getting most of my body. This is exactly the type of vlog frame that I want. Now, if we were to change to the, here, I'll do it right now. And now you can see I'm using the Go 3S to film this. I have it setting right on top of the Go Ultra, and it's just a little bit tighter. It's just a little bit. It's like just enough to annoy you and constantly make you wish it was a little bit wider. This has been one of my complaints with the Go 3S since it came out, and reason why I almost switched back to the Go 3 was to get that slightly wider field of view. So another addition to the Go series is the pure video mode, which has been found on the Ace Pro 2 and the X5. I've already made a few videos about pure video mode and what it's capable of, and honestly it delivers here as well. Like the pure video mode in low light situation is just so good. It actually works well in normal situations too, but like I'm gonna play some footage over top. I was meeting with Take from Big Head Taco talking about or we were filming a YouTube video. It's not like the darkest environment, but look at this footage and look at Revolver here I used some of the pure video mode earlier in the video. These are just normal situations where cameras would struggle, let alone action cameras, regular cameras, and things like that. So pure video mode is an awesome upgrade to have in this camera. But probably the most exciting thing for me, besides everything I've already mentioned, is the fact that this now supports wireless audio. So right now I'm using the Mic Air, the Insta360 Mic Air. I am using the receiver at this moment because the current firmware does not support the wireless connection. It'll show up and you can actually connect it, but you can't get audio out of it. But I've been told that is coming very, very soon. So Go users, rejoice that we finally have wireless audio with the Go series. This is a kind of a must-have feature at this point in 2025. The ability to have mics and it connect really easily is so important to our workflows. So that's what it sounds like with a microphone. So when we put everything together, when we add up all those inches, who is this camera for? And I think it's quite clear. Like, I've only used it for a few days, but I'm very aware of the Go series. I'm very aware of using action cameras as a daily camera. And I think that that's exactly who it's for. People who are using action cameras as their main camera, but don't necessarily need the ruggedness of an action camera. So while still tough, the Go Ultra is trading a little bit of ruggedness for versatility. And that just makes all of the difference when you're trying to capture things out on the go and you don't want to be fuffling with a whole bunch of different things, a whole bunch of different accessories. Like right now I have the magnetic pendant, so if I want to, I just have to remove the camera from its pod right there, put it on my chest, and boom. Now I've got a POV shot, my hands are free. If I want to do some street photography, things like that, like it's right here. I can show you stuff. I can do whatever I want without needing a magnetic mount or anything like that. So as you can see here, I have a very unhealthy relationship with small cameras, as I love them. I love what they allow me to do on a daily basis. But this one right here just honestly feels like it was built for me. It was built for people who create YouTube videos, who just want to get those moments in between and have as much versatility as possible in the smallest kit. So if you're interested in checking out the Insta360 Go Ultra, there are affiliate links below, as well as I will be starting a playlist for this camera, as I do for pretty much all the cameras that I have. But I like to create playlists to show how the camera evolves with me over time, to give you a better idea of what you're getting yourself into with that particular system or camera. So don't always base your buying decision based off of one video, especially when a camera was just launched today. And that being said, if you have any questions about the Insta360 Go Ultra, please leave the comments below, as I'm going to be making a ton of videos about this to fill that playlist. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.